Hello and welcome to Tips and Tricks for March 2022. This month we will learn how to copy Image Manager job updates to a batch of Image Manager jobs.
Okay, today we are going to make changes to multiple image manager job definitions at one time. So this is handy in the case where you may have created, let's say 100, 200 AP invoice jobs for different vendors, and you've decided down the road that after you've created all these job definitions, you want to add a new data field, you want to add a new zone. Something changes on the job definition, and deploying that out to all the job definitions is going to take a lot of time. So there is a new item in the toolbar if you've been paying attention to updates in the last 6 months or so. We'll go to edit job definitions in Image Manager. And that item is this icon right here, update other jobs based on this one. Right now, this is grayed out because we don't have a job selected. But let's say I were to go into one of these jobs and we were to make a change. So let's say I'm just going to add a new zone real quick. And I'm going to call that zone ABC. And let's make another change here. I'm going to add a data field. We'll just call that data field XYZ. And we'll go back and short text, and we will give it a value, which is the value from the zone I just created. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reorder this data field to be a little farther up in the list. So there's a few changes made to this job. So we are going to deploy it out to a few other jobs at one time. So now we have that icon available. So when you do that, it knows what job you're currently on, and then it gives you all the other jobs available to select. So I'm going to sort this column based on my AP types, so I can get those all in one area. And let's say I want to deploy this out to these 3 jobs, or I could select all the jobs here. So we've got our jobs selected. We want to go through the tabs, and we need to identify what changes we're going to deploy to all these 3 jobs. So we did add a zone, this ABC zone right here. So I'm going to go to the update checkbox, check that off. And we did add a data field XYZ. So we are going to update that as well. You'll also notice things like the script code, which you could go in, and if you had some custom scripting in there, you could check off that custom scripting and deploy that out to all the jobs. So that may be pretty handy. And the summary tab is just going to identify everything that you have selected. So it's identified we are adding a new zone called ABC, and we're adding a new field called XYZ. And then the third change I wanted to do was I want to reorder the data fields to match the order I had that XYZ data field in. So we've got 3 changes there done, and you've got 2 options up here in the top right. If you run in test mode, it's simply going to tell you for each one of those jobs, it's going to tell you what exactly it's going to do. So you could go through and verify that, yes, it's going to add that zone ABC, it's going to add XYZ data field, and that XYZ data field is going to reorder some columns on the jobs. So that was just a summary mode. If I actually want to run this, you can confirm you want it to run, and you get the same summary screen, but that time the job edit changes did occur. And there were some backups that took place. You'll get a summary of the backups that occurred in case you need to rectify any of that. So that is how you change multiple jobs at one time with just a few little clicks. And hope that's easy to understand. And if you have any more in-depth questions, as always, get on the support portal, issue a new ticket, send an email to support@synergetic-data.com. All right, thank you.
My name is Dan Schmidt. If you have any questions or suggestions for future tips and tricks, please email them to dans@synergetic-data.com. For Unformed Tips and Tricks, thank you very much. Hope to see you next month.